Yeah. Right. Hold on.
Right.
We're gonna get back into this.
Playing pole position.
Yo, mix the raw child with the Rockefeller. Jacket black and white checker look like Donatello. Watch from Raffaella rapping acapella. Hit these niggas up like Machiavelli for the mozzarella. Santorini, lavender Lamborghini. Inside seats with salmon and fettuccine. And the piping was lemon pepper linguine. Whip a key in the kitchen like a zucchini. The best around me is bagging up in bikinis. Plaid Burberry. 36 O's and Darryl Strawberry. Wait before Betty. Was broke before the levels. The boat was mega heavy. My mother asked me what the fuck happened to me. I told her I meant to meet the splittery. Then my yayo. MLJ won't Perrier by the caseload. Couple shooters on payroll. Fuck name Miguel. His brother name was Diego. Said he get that yayo any place that I say so.
Jim was asking us if they felt some type of way to speak on it this day. He said, yo, I'm at a space in my life where I don't even feel like that no more. I just want to get my bag and move. I could have said a lot of shit, how Jim treated us and stuff like that, or how he was bumping heads. But he said, yo, bro, I'm in a different space. I just got my master's back. I wasn't even in that space to even go there or to even try to make him feel some type of day. He said, I didn't go there for that, so that's why I'm in hell realm. And I told him, I said, yo, I said, as a person that have a highly respectful, I said, I can appreciate that, because sometimes we just gotta move on, bro. Sometimes we just gotta let some things pass. When it don't get too crucial and too disrespectful, you probably done had fallouts with your blood brother, your uncle, something. But we love each other, and you gotta realize that life is very short. And while we dwelling on some bullshit, one of us can pass away. So we gotta come to as men, we gotta come to some type of means to when we go through things to get over them. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold if it ain't.
I'm seeing UnKasa officially announcing his retirement from music, saying he gave everything he had, his heart, his soul, his spirit, and he's stepping away with peace on his mind. The energy is heavy, the tension is loud, and the sparks are clearly flying right now. This is a rough moment for hip-hop, no doubt about it. A long-time Dipset affiliate walking away from the mic like this doesn't happen for no reason. From my perspective, this retirement doesn't feel voluntary at all. I believe UnKasa was pushed into this corner and the pressure came straight from the top. The Jim Jones, also known as Capo, also known as Jomo, is right at the center of this storm. That's where things start getting real uncomfortable. When I first saw the video, it hit me fast. He came out swinging. No warm-up, no easing into it, just straight action. For years, from the outside looking in, I thought Dipset was solid, locked in, one of the strongest crews moving. That's how it looked to the public, including me. But now the curtain is pulled back, and it's clear there were internal problems, quiet grudges, and hidden plays happening behind the scenes this whole time.
My staff, I had Karen Civil.
Yes, you did.
I had Karen.
Karen.
Yeah,
She was an intern, baby
I got
boo.
Karen Civil. I had UnKasa girlfriend.
That's who you was, boo.
Oh my God.
The timing matters too. This video dropped 3 days ago, and everything that followed wasn't random at all. One clip led to a response. That response led to another reaction, and suddenly the retirement announcement lands. That's not coincidence, that's a chain reaction. Piece by piece, the picture starts forming. Once I lined everything up, it became obvious to me what was really going on. This wasn't just someone walking away tired. This looked like someone being boxed out, pressured, and left with no real option but to step aside. Forced retirement is exactly how it reads to me. I'm listening to this whole situation, and all I hear is pain layered on top of frustration. There's real hurt in his voice, not just industry talk, but emotional weight that's been sitting there for years. This wasn't a short rant either. This was a full breakdown, almost an hour long, laid out piece by piece for everyone to see. UnKasa actually dropped a long vlog on his own channel, just called UnKasa, sitting at around 16,000 subscribers right now. That video wasn't rushed, it was detailed, personal, and heavy with context. You can tell he wasn't chasing attention, he was unloading years of bottled up moments. Watching it gave me straight above the rim energy. It reminded me of the character Boogaloo, played by Marlon Wayans, especially how he was constantly being treated small. That same power dynamic felt familiar, especially when you remember how Tupac Shakur's character moved in that movie. UnKasa even shared a story that really stood out to me. There was a show where he pulled up with the rest of Dipset, and he was told he couldn't enter alongside Capo. He had to wait until Joel Santana arrived just to be allowed inside. That type of treatment between grown men is wild to me. And when I think back to how Boogaloo's story ended in that movie, it hits even harder. Being pushed, disrespected, and sidelined over time always leads somewhere dark, and that parallel says a lot.
Yo, Jim, what's been a problem with me and you, bro? Always looked up to you, always admired you. Why you always been hating on me? Why you always shit on me? Why you never fucked with me like that? We get a deal. You didn't congratulate us. You was mad. You told me this out your mouth. You was hating. You was mad that we got a deal. Why? We ain't trying to come eat off the diplomat plate. The only reason y'all took a shot at Karen because she's working with Max, right? Then y'all take a shot at me. Jim used to tell me things like, yo, you alright for a nigga that rhyming on the block of the park in a cypher, but Jewels is really nice. He's really a nice rapper. That shit used to discourage me as fuck because all I wanted to do is be down with this set. Why you always try to discourage me? Why you always used to try to shit on me? Tell me Jewels was better than me and this, like, that's not something you're supposed to do to an older brother. That's not how you got, niggas. That's not even tough love. That's just hate. Why? Because I was a better MC than you? Why? Because I rap better? So, y'all took a funny style shot at me. I ain't gonna say that. You took a funny style shot at me through somebody trying to make me the butt of a joke of somebody I haven't spoken to in 2 decades. Take a shot at me on your show. Like I said, even when I did Shout Out to Got Murder, when I did the location, I said, Jim never fuck with me. That wasn't malicious. I just said, you never fuck with me on a level. You never embraced me like you embraced the other artist that was down with the set, right?
Before I even get into UnKasa's 4-page letter announcing his retirement, I had to stop and look at something else first because the timing is loud. Jim Jones posted a message that instantly caught my attention, and it didn't feel random at all. To me, it read like a clear reaction, not a coincidence. The post talked about W-2 forms going out to anyone who made money off his name in 2025, with every stream being counted and deducted. He even threw in a line about people needing to start claiming the neighborhood, followed by laughing emojis. Then he doubled down in the caption, saying he didn't realize he had so many employees out here. That message was slick, sarcastic, and very pointed. Now, when I line that up with everything else, it starts making sense. Around the same time, there was footage and commentary floating around, and UnKasa had just dropped his own video explaining how he felt constant tension and long-term resentment coming from Jim Jones. Then, less than a day later, this post appears. That timing speaks volumes to me. I'm calling it straight because pretending otherwise doesn't help anyone. This wasn't subtle, and it wasn't vague. That post was aimed, and it was aimed directly at UnKasa. When someone speaks on how they feel and the response comes wrapped in sarcasm and power plays, that's not accidental behavior. I'm not dressing this up or trying to soften it. When someone fires a shot, it needs to be labeled as exactly that. From my point of view, this was Jim Jones responding without saying names, and the message was loud enough for everyone to hear. I'm calling it straight because the truth doesn't need filters. Jim Jones knows UnKasa personally, and he doesn't want the public seeing him as someone who was playing him small. But facts are facts, and calling it anything else just hides what really happened. From where I'm standing, UnKasa was absolutely being treated like he was beneath the room, and that energy shows. Now look at how the timeline unfolds, because this part matters. Just 4 hours after all that noise, UnKasa officially posts his retirement announcement. I'm laying this out step by step, so nobody gets lost, because this wasn't random at all. This was a domino effect, one moment knocking into the next. That retirement post wasn't light either. It was a full 4-page letter, heavy, emotional, and packed with years of thoughts finally coming out. I won't sugarcoat it. He had a lot sitting on his chest, and once it started pouring out, it didn't stop. That kind of message doesn't come from nowhere. In his own words, he said, "I'm announcing my retirement from music. I gave it all. I can give my soul and spirit, but it's not in it no more. I've been in this music industry the majority of my life. This is all I ever wanted to do. I wanted to be a rapper, not a ball player, not a lawyer, but an MC. When it's not fun anymore, when you don't enjoy it anymore, it's time to move on and do something else." That right there speaks volumes. He also made sure to thank the supporters who bought his merch and music, saying it came from the bottom of his soul, before bowing out gracefully and asking for support on his next chapter. He closed it by saying he gave rap 30 years of his life, and that alone tells you how deep this really runs. He starts reflecting on his life, saying that out of his 46 years, there were wins, there were losses, but he's genuinely thankful for all the love shown to him over time. That gratitude feels real, not performative, not forced, just honest appreciation coming from someone who's been through it all. He makes sure to show love to Cameron, thanking him for believing in him and giving him the chance to turn a dream into reality. He says he owes him forever and makes it clear that the bond is deeper than words, stressing that knowing his heart is what truly matters. He then speaks directly to Joel Santana, saying he misses him and loves him, wishing things could have gone a different way between them. He keeps it respectful, saying life will sort it out one day, and reminds him that if he's ever needed, he's just a call away. That part hits heavy. He continues by thanking those who believed in him when nobody else did, admitting he wishes some situations could have been handled differently, but accepting that life doesn't always move how you want it to. The love stays unconditional, no bitterness attached. When he brings up Dave East, the respect is loud. He thanks him for giving him a stage on tour, showing genuine love without politics, and treating him like family. That support clearly meant something real to him. He closes out by showing appreciation to Franchise Global, T-Money, and everyone who stood solid, kept it honest, and never let success change them. He signs off with purpose, ending it with sincerity, identity, and peace, officially stepping away and dropping the mic like someone who truly meant every word. When I listen to all of this, I can feel the pressure weighing heavy on him. The industry, the politics, the expectations, all of it starts piling up until it feels impossible to breathe. In a situation involving Jim Jones, this turns into a no-win scenario because popularity always decides the narrative before the truth even gets a chance. From where I'm standing, once he chose to speak honestly, the warnings probably started coming in fast. People telling him to slow down, stay quiet, don't rock the boat, don't say too much. But when someone reaches that breaking point, silence isn't an option anymore. Telling your story becomes survival, not strategy. This is exactly how things move today. Everyone expects you to absorb everything without reacting. Just take it and keep walking. But grown men carry emotions too, and expressing that doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. That part gets overlooked way too often. Mental health is serious, especially when questions stay unanswered. When you're left confused about why someone treats you a certain way, that frustration doesn't disappear, it eats at you. To me, UnKasa wasn't chasing drama, he was searching for clarity and respect. I'm keeping it honest because I recognize that pain. This industry and even people you once trusted can make you question your worth. They'll move like you never mattered, even when you know what you brought to the table. That kind of experience hits deep, and a lot of people watching can relate to that exact feeling. What really stands out to me is how the moment someone finally tries to vent or look for closure, they get told they're wilding. The second you speak up about being overlooked, copied, or taken advantage of, the crowd jumps in telling you to be quiet. If the other side has more popularity, your truth suddenly doesn't matter anymore, and that's how society moves right now. That mindset is broken to me. Right is right, wrong is wrong, no matter who's louder or more famous. I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. Stop blindly defending everything just because of a name or status. Calling things straight shouldn't be controversial, but somehow it always is. I'm being real when I say I support UnKasa speaking his mind. Do I personally want to see him walk away from music? No. But when someone says the spirit isn't there anymore, that's not something you can fake or force. Once that passion is gone, pushing through only makes it worse. At the same time, I think he deserves space to sit with everything, process it, and heal from it properly. Some situations don't need instant reactions, they need time, reflection, and distance. That doesn't erase what he gave to the culture or what he stood for. This hits deeper because hip-hop isn't just music, it's identity. Just like sports or any real passion, it's something people dedicate their lives to. When that gets shaken, it feels personal, like a piece of who you are is under attack. That's why this situation resonates, because for a lot of us, this is bigger than entertainment. It's about dignity and self-respect. This is the type of thing that keeps a person's heart beating, and that's real talk. That passion is what drives people, what gives them purpose, and that's why I understand where UnKasa is coming from. Most of us have felt that cold shoulder before, felt overlooked, passed up, or ignored while someone else got pushed to the front. That feeling sticks with you. A lot of times it happens because people choose to blindly back somebody else instead of looking at the situation honestly. That's how favoritism plays out, and it leaves damage behind. From my point of view, this wasn't a voluntary exit at all. Everything points to pressure stacking up until there was no room left to move. When someone looks drained, worn down, and out of momentum, that doesn't happen overnight. That's what it looks like when a person is boxed into a corner. When you're stuck between a rock and a hard place long enough, you start looking for the nearest exit, and that's exactly what happened here. So, let's be clear about it. UnKasa announced his retirement from hip-hop and rap, but in reality, the environment around him pushed him out. The signs were right there in plain sight. From where I'm standing, Jim Jones played a major role in that outcome, whether it was said directly or not. I still want UnKasa to hold his head high, because walking away doesn't erase who you are. You don't just quit hip-hop. Once it's in you, it stays in you forever. I feel that, and I know a lot of people watching feel it too. At the same time, I believe real resolution doesn't happen online. This is a moment where grown men handle things privately, with a direct conversation, face to face, no sneak moves, no internet games. When people actually listen to each other, a lot of this can be cleared up, and that's the only way forward that makes sense to me. So on that note, UnKasa, keep your head up and stay solid, because real ones see what you gave to this game. I'm not here to tear anyone down or play favorites. I'm just calling it how it looks from my side. Jim Jones is clearly on his own path right now, locked in, moving solo, and running his lane the way he sees fit. He's got the Let's Rap About It podcast buzzing heavy, one of the hottest conversations in hip-hop right now. And everybody knows there's pressure in the air with names like 50 Cent being part of the bigger picture. Over here though, it's never about blind support or unnecessary hate. It's about keeping it honest and fair. If you rock with real breakdowns, real context, and straight up commentary, make sure you subscribe to Dripzine right now. Hit that like button, share this video, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because your voice matters here. Most importantly, help the channel grow by clicking the hype this video button and showing love. I appreciate every single one of y'all for tapping in and supporting the movement. Thank you for being part of Dripzine.